Toy exclusives have always been a thing, even back when Toys R Us was still in business and they got a monopoly with that little silver gold Toys R Us exclusive sticker. But now we have things like Walmart exclusives, which are basically just repaints, and while some overabundance of finds were really obscure characters that people just don't know and end up going on clearance for like $5, others are just crazy hard to find of redecos of characters that are from a completely different franchise technically that Hasbro bought, and we just want more of these. Seriously, we want more GoBots. Like, you're doing Rock Lords before GoBots? What the is wrong with you, Hasbro? And then you've got things like Target exclusives, which either come in a giant 4-pack where you're only really after the one figure because it's the one figure that really counts, and all the others are just terrible repaints of things with extra heads to make it seem interesting. Yet really Goldbug, let's be honest, was the only one that really anyone cared about. Then you have things like this, First Appearance Jazz, which is just the Cybertronian mode of a retooled figure, and this, possibly being the most obscure one that I can think of, is possibly the best. Like, he's a little bit chonky in some places, but honestly, this one is my favorite, and he comes with the grappling hand that the original Studio Series should have come with, but he's just great. And yeah, there's some paint crap on here that, you know, could have had another go over, but the head's great, it poses great, it all freaking, you know, there's no bits that don't go together, it's just great. And seriously, what the hell? Then we have crazy concepts for exclusives, like the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee 2-pack from the '86 movie, Ironhide and Prowl. Basically, these are dying corpses. These are a thing. Now, while these are a bit strange, I love them. Gonna just quickly look at them. You got a little bit of burn from a laser blast there. You got a peg for the port, cracked windscreen, cracked lights, windscreen. Cracked windscreen would have added a little thing, but these are better because solid plastic instead of the clear plastic that we got with the other Amazon 2-pack, which again, the Amazon 2-pack was the same two figures, but just clear plastic. And it's weird. It's just so bizarre. And you can see that this guy's got got the cracked windscreen and a nub for blast effects, which they come with quite a few, but they come with 2 weapons. Well, Ironhide does. And they transform, and it's just weird to have like the cartoon accurate stripe on basically a corpse. And I've got to say, there is never any bad head sculpts from Hasbro. He's got like the metal mohawk thing going on. It's just a bizarre kind of concept to run with and even produce a product that is basically a corpse. Then you have a good example of a great repaint and then something being reissued that was an exclusive. I'm talking about the G2 Universe cloud cover, or Crash Test Dummy Jet, as I like to call him. He's got a matte black face, screaming. He looks good. I like the colors. In jet mode, this is so pretty, and I'll transform him in a bit and show, but this mold is just so good. And it's still, you know, there's limits to what he can do, but he poses better than the 2007 original predecessor of this mold. But it's just such an interesting concept that it works. And this was one of the only Decepticons for this, I'm hoping, first wave, because G2 right now is just blowing up. But yeah, he's a great little figure. On the other end of the spectrum, we had a 2-pack Earthrise, Ramjet and Dirge, which was so difficult to get hold of. It kind of, online exclusives tend to sell out within like 2 seconds. And I'm not sure whether it's, you know, 2 per customer, or there's no limit, or people just set up an endless account of different emails to buy tons to resell, but this guy ended up getting reissued in Legacy Evolution. And again, screaming mouth, open face, which I like. Not everyone does, but it's still a good head sculpt and good paint job. And it's just, why do we need to have things that were exclusive reissued later on? Why? Because they're so difficult to come by. Now, if Hasbro made it easy and accessible for the more popular characters rather than the obscure ones, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you know, just randomly off the top of my head. Oh, hey Hauler. Hi. I guess my point is that I shouldn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. to pre-order something that's going to sell out within 2 seconds, and I shouldn't really have to go around 5 different Walmarts to find just one toy. It's kind of, life's difficult enough as it is right now with price hikes, oil, gas, fires, you know, politicians, aliens, war. It's just too much. And the one thing that people that collect should enjoy is the experience. And right now it's not that enjoyable, especially when you tap the word exclusive onto the box. Segueing into a different area, we have another Target exclusive, Transformers, I can't even remember the universe. That's how obscure these guys are getting. I think it's one of the car robots in disguise universe, tow line. And this is basically an avocado dream. Like this is really, I had the original figure of this and he's a parts former. Yeah, we're gonna, I don't want to hear that. He's a great figure. His joints are tight. His knees don't come loose like all the other friggin' figures that we get that can parts form. You can do so much with him. He's got guns here. He's got bits that come off. You can put them on other figures. He looks good. He's versatile. It's a good addition to the collection, and it's a wild paint scheme. And if you're going to go for an exclusive, make it stand out. There's a whole Jokerize line in McFarlane right now, and I have no interest in getting it, but I will admit it is a great concept. Paint schemes on already existing molds that stand out from the crowd. And I think the last one that I'm going to have a look at, or the last few that I'm going to have a look at right now, that kind of takes this concept and runs with it. Avert your eyes, people, if you are not good with bright colors, because right now G2, as I said, is coming in hot. We are being spoiled. And let me introduce these guys one at a time. We have Vice City Sideswipe, Watermelon Mirage, and the ever popular Hot Cheetos Jazz. All of these are G2 Universe concept art, I believe, and some of these concepts are just wackier than anything that I could ever think of. The sunset goes onto the doors and he's got like a two-tone blend out. This is like Vice City vomited all over a Porsche and then the Porsche drove away and this was the result. This is insane in a good way. Now, some of the plastic is a bit cheap and the paint, these do seem like they've been rushed out, and you know, mileage may vary, but some of these are just, again, paint scratches, bad, it's, yeah. I really wanted this one the most, and there's only one of him, and I believe the Stunticon, I think it's Dead End, in a whole case. So this one's going to be like the Holy Grail, and I've seen online a lot of people wanting to get this one. The other one would be, yeah, Hot Cheetos Jazz, which is the Studio Series 86 mold. And really, I prefer this guy. For a start, my 86, these little notches here would not stay in. But for some reason, I'm not sure if it's paint or thicker plastic or whatever, but when these click in, they don't come out as easy. The arms don't, well, they still fall down a bit, but my copy really did suck. And plus, I thought this was going to be terrible, but this actually looks really good. Like the original head, just with bright yellow, and a lot of the stock photos, I couldn't tell. I thought it was just all orange, or it was just an early concept photo. But the reds and the oranges work really, really freaking well. And he comes with 2 extra weapons and his original. And yeah, he doesn't come with a grappling hook, but this figure was not made for that. But the head sculpt, like I say, Hasbro just never really do a bad head sculpt, even when they're hollow. I really love that guy. I really love this one. The other one that I saw and just had to have was this Abomination. Like, I'm not sure if it's just the mold, because I had to get Crasher, and I really got lucky finding Crasher. Again, exclusives, it shouldn't be a chore to find them. These are 2 really good figures, and the mold, people complain about the head cover, like the head clearance or whatever, especially on Crasher, but my God, this will hurt your eyes. This, honestly, it feels like the 90s vomited over Siege and then was just like, oh, sorry, here's your things back. But there is some issues with some of these, like they don't click in properly. Like Sideswipe, it's just, so easy to pull apart, and he stays in, but that's mostly because of how tight these are. But the deco on these guys, alligator skin, I know it, watermelon, what the hell, Vine? Damn you. But this figure is just something else. Again, head sculpt, nice bright silver. These are going to stand out on your shelf, even if you only get G2. And I was holding off on Grimlock because right now, to me, I haven't got the money after buying all these exclusives. And honestly, he does look like a giant banana, but I'm going to wait till clearance and for Toxitron, because this line that Walmart has is just insane. I would have been happy with just speedier keeping on going, but like, damn. So basically, that's the entire thing. Exclusives, when used well, can work. Either, they're universes that you'd never thought you'd see, they're fan favorite characters that, they're really hard to get hold of. They're interesting concepts and designs that you just have no clue why you like them. They're revisits to, old cartoons or old toys that you thought you'd never get, or toys you thought you'd never even see. And they're reissues of ones that were exclusives. And it's just, it shouldn't be difficult to have a collection, is all I'm saying. As a collector, these days, prices are going up, tensions run high, and with only, say, 1 in a box of certain figures, you end up looking on eBay and getting completely ripped off. And that removes the enjoyment. You don't grow your fan base, you don't grow your consumer market, you dwindle it, you make it impossible. So when you see people with massive collections with, hard to find figures, or rare ones, or ones that came in $75 4-packs, you kind of want to give up, because, people have bills to pay, or kids to feed, or wives to keep happy, or, just anything, or family members to help. This should be a fun hobby. This shouldn't be anything more than an interesting pastime, or like I said, with having the original tow line, a nice little blink into your past. It should not be that difficult. And really, McFarlane, Hasbro, Mattel, whatever company you happen to get your collection from, Masters Universe, Marvel Legends, DC Universe, whatever, it should be fun. So with as many screaming faces as there are on here, it kind of emulates my anger. But let's try and keep it fun, yeah? If not for Vice City Sideswipe's sake. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. It has been a while since I made anything, yes, but I felt exclusives needed a little bit of a prod and a pick at. If you've had any good or bad experiences with gaining exclusive figures to your collection, whether they be Transformers or DC superheroes, drop a comment, start a conversation below. Thanks for watching, basically.